So this was a Sunday. We were staying with my grandmother's friend, and often on a Sunday morning he would go to the Paijiayuan flea market. It was on my list of things to see, and so he brought us along. He told us it mainly sold fake items to tourists, but it was still amusing to walk through. So why did he go on Sundays? Because he loves books. He would often stay in his room reading books all day, and here you can buy books for a He found out that I liked art, so he directed us to an art museum. It kind of shows how important traditions and heritage are to Chinese people. Though there are elements of modernity in the art, it still is very much tied to art of the past. Since Beijing is the capital of China, a lot of sightseeing in Beijing is really just imperial gardens and buildings. Buildings that represent history or signs of economic success or significant landmarks in their recent history, like the Olympic Park. So this is the old Summer Palace, also an imperial garden. Some of the architecture in the garden had both European and Chinese elements, which I found was interesting. During the Second Opium War, French and British troops burned down many of these buildings. These are replicas of the ornamental zodiac sculptures that were part of a water clock fountain. They were also stolen by British and French troops during the same war. So here you see a lot of the ruins that survived the destruction. I read on one of the plaques, the last sentence stood out to me. The ruins continued to stay there for over a century, reminding people of the national humiliation. After reading that sentence, I couldn't help but think of the need for forgiveness. Even though forgiveness is really, really hard, it is necessary to move forward, to find healing in our suffering, to finally have some peace, and to form better and stronger relationships. One of my favorite places in Beijing was the 798 Art District. It used to be a bunch of state-owned factories designed by Germans. These factories actually have a lot of history, but I could not do it justice if I were to regale you with them. But all these factories were decommissioned by the late 80s and early 90s. And in 1995, artists started to move in. Now it's full of art galleries, exhibitions, studios, and sculptures and graffiti mark every alley. I think I really like this area because it's a physical reminder of how powerful art can be.